Do you buy vinyl?
Hi, I am Katie Crutchfield.
And I'm Allison Crutchfield.
And we're here at Amoeba doing a What's in My Bag.
Kiss on my lips starts to feel unfamiliar. The part of Mirah's, my skin all turns silver.
I'm gonna talk this one first. This is a Team Dresch personal best.
I do what I do and I don't need you to tell me what's in, tell me who's cool. I got no money left and this meaner world around me.
Team Dresch is like a wonderful queercore band from the mid-90s in the Pacific Northwest. And Waxahatchee covered one of the songs on this record, the song Freewheel.
We only did it one time because
It was so good.
It was really good. We actually did fine, but I got nervous. I thought I was gonna forget the words, and every night the band would want to cover it, and I would be like, no, we can't do it because I'm gonna like screw up the words.
It felt like very good to cover. But yes, I love this record and don't own it, so.
I'll start with this Aldous Harding record, Party. I have basically listened to nothing but this record for the last
I can attest.
month.
Here's your princess, and here's the horizon. Here's your princess, and here's the horizon.
It's really beautiful, sort of like eerie folk music, and I pretty much listen to handfuls of songs on this album once a day, at least.
Yeah, it's beautiful.
Very happy to now own it on vinyl.
You were right, love takes time, hey, hey.
Next, I have the American Graffiti soundtrack, which is really, really excellent. I always really love movies where like music is like the first thing that you think about when you think about the movie, and that's at least the way I feel about American Graffiti. It just takes you back.
We like sort of grew up with this soundtrack. Our mother
Our mom loves it.
loves this movie, and she would always play the soundtrack in the car when we were kids and stuff.
She would actually. I didn't even think about that. but
As
we
soon as you
had it.
held up the
Yeah,
cover, I had a moment of like nostalgia. Like,
Yeah, she had it. I totally forgot about
Yeah.
that. I love that song, Why Do Fools Fall in Love? And that scene in the movie is really good. It's when who is it? Is it Suzanne Summer? It's like there's like a blonde. Yeah, and like she's like in a Chevy and she pulls up. That's like obviously like a big plot point. And the first time that Richard Dreyfuss like sees her is when that song's playing.
What did you say? Wait, what did you say? What did you say?
I got Songs Ohia, one of my favorite albums as of recently.
I will try, know whatever I try. I will be gone, but not forever.
People have sort of talked to me about Jason Molina's music for as long as I can remember, but I sort of slept on his music for a long time, and recently I've just had such a moment with this record. He's kind of a once-in-a-lifetime kind of songwriter, and it's a really special album. I don't know if you have anything to say about it.
Farewell Transmission.
Yeah, Farewell Transmission. Also, the transmission blew out in our van yesterday, and our friend Lindsay from Snailmail made a joke about a song from this record because there's a song called Farewell Transmission. So we've been saying literally Farewell Transmission all day.
Softies, It's Love.
It's love, it's love. It's love, it's love.
Rose Melberg is our idol, I would say. We both like are completely obsessed with her, but she's just one of the most inspiring, like down-to-earth people, and just is constantly like making music. And a lot of people don't know about her.
Yeah, exactly. Like I think that she's so super influential on like independent music right now.
Yeah, and this record is one of my faves that she has done, and she's done a lot.
This one we can have some feelings about. The Lucinda Williams self-titled album.
I wanna see what it feels like to be without you. I wanna know the touch of my own skin. Against the sun, against the wind.
First of all, it's the greatest record cover of all time.
Look at her hair.
Look at her hair, look at her jacket. The red writing, black, white, and red, has been a color scheme that I have like very much been gravitating toward lately, and I think that it's just because of this record cover. I mean, Lucinda Williams is like a whole thing for Allison and I. Like, she's probably like my favorite songwriter of all time, and the song Side of the Road, I hadn't spent a lot of time with this record when I saw her a few years ago, and she played that song, and I just remember the lyrics to the song just like stuck with me. I mean, this whole record is just like great. 1988 came out.
It's great.
Yeah.
And there's that song Passionate Kisses too.
Should not have all of this passionate kisses.
Our parents like loved country music when we were growing up. We were always listening to country radio, and I just remember that song being on and like always loving it. Then like later in life when I like kind of discovered Lucinda, it just like clicked. I'm like, oh yeah, that makes perfect. Of course she wrote that song. It's like a Lucinda song and it's on this record.
Yeah, so good.
I picked Heaven in Las Vegas by the Cocteau Twins.
Predictably, you picked.
Predictably, yeah. I listened to it like constantly when I was making my record tours in this town, which came out earlier this year. It's a band that I kind of, in a very conceited way, got into because I'm not like a person that people ever tell looks like a celebrity, but so many people have told me that I look like Elizabeth Fraser, and
it happens
to the point,
all the time. Yeah.
Yeah, to the point that I was like, well, I guess I should check out the Cocteau Twins. And
there are a few pictures of Elizabeth Fraser that I look at as Allison's twin sister, and I'm like, whoa,
yeah,
that could be Allison.
Yeah, it's there a little, I would say. But that's like why I got into this band, and then I heard this record and I'm like, oh, this record is perfect start to finish, and her vocal melodies are just so bizarre and her lyrics are so bizarre in this way that is very intriguing to me because it's just like music that I can't really make heads or tails of.
This is Tobin's Route from Guided by Voices' solo album, Moonflower, Plastic.
I did my time. I dealt my deal. You know it's alright.
It's a really, really great record, cover to cover. All Used Up is a song on it that I have covered before. I think, obviously people love Guided by Voices and think so much about Bob Poller, but Tobin's sort of always been my secret favorites. His songs are some of my favorite, and his harmonies and things like that, it's just really brings so much. And I love when two singers like can sing together and it's just like one thing, and that's Guided by Voices. Like without, Tobin's Route, there would be no Guided by Voices vocal harmony situation.
Yeah, it feels kind of good to listen to his solo record, to listen to Bob Pollar's solo record, and then just like think about them together. It's like just a little piece of the puzzle that doesn't maybe get as much love as it should.
Yes.
Yeah. I have here, You Think It's Like This, but really It's Like This, which is a Mirah record that I really love.
Oh, person, we're really missing you. It breaks all of our hearts to know that you just want to come on home, so come on home.
I was really into it when I was younger, and then I kind of like just forgot about it, and then it was one of those things where we were on tour, like every person that was in any of our bands would just constantly play this record to the point that it just like annoyed me, and then I just like thought about one of these songs, and then I am now like, oh, every single song on this record is perfect, and it's so sparse, and there's just something really, really beautiful in the minimalism of this record.
Yeah, there's something about it that's like very soft, like and feminine. Like I just sort of associate this album with like being with a group of like my close women, like friends, and just like all sort of having quiet, reflective times together, just listening to this album. My last choice is Marianne Faithfull's Greatest Hits. This collection of songs I have spent a lot of time with over the years. It's sort of the earliest era Marianne Faithfull, like just sort of sweet 60s pop songs.
When the moon begins to shine, I can see that you are mine on summer nights.
I just really can see myself on a Sunday, it's Sunday today, on a Sunday in my house, just sort of having tea and having this on in the background. It's like really soft and beautiful.
Yeah.
I'll try and see that you have all you need. If you come stay with me.
And her voice has just changed so much over the years, but it's still so good.
Oh yeah, completely. She's got like a completely different voice now, but I really appreciate every era of Marianne Faithfull.
Yeah. And last but not least, I picked the movie Drop Dead Gorgeous, which was a favorite in our house. When
Probably seen it 100 times.
Yeah.
If you could be any tree in the woods, what kind of tree would you be?
Green? I can be any kind of tree you want. Just give me a minute to warm up. One with strong roots in a community like Mount Rose, a solid Christian trunk, and long leafy branches to provide shade for handicapped kids on a hot summer day.
It's like impossible to find on DVD. That's like gold.
It's really hard to find, and it was before we had ever been to the Midwest in our lives, and so we like loved.
Where do they live?
accents.
Minnesota?
They live in Minnesota, yeah.
Mount Rose, Minnesota.
Yeah, Mount Rose, American Teen Princess.
Competing for the title of Minnesota's American Teen Princess sure was exciting, but I never could have won without my St. Paul pork products.
It's just so funny. The cast is really great.
It's like, if you haven't seen it, it's like a mockumentary starring Kirstie Alley and Kirsten Dunst and who else? Allison Janney.
yeah.
And it's truly incredible. It's one of the greatest movies of all time.
We're huge Kirsten Dunst fans.
Yeah.
Number one rule in a funeral home, never sneak up on the living. You never know who could have an embalming needle or a skull saw in their hand.
I don't even know how to describe
You
it.
just gotta watch it, but yeah, I'm gonna maybe watch it today.
Okay.
Cool. Great.
Thank you.
You just wanna talk to me. You just wanna talk to me. You just wanna talk to me. You just wanna talk to me.